I'm recording, by the way. Just started it. Wait, am I? Yes.
Okay. What an interesting book. It's so interesting. What are my thoughts on it? So it's supposed to be like in the future, but it's happening right now. Obviously, we have not matched up to the author's description of the future, but it's like I want to say Mad Max, but also more like Alita. If like the two of them kind of merge together, I think that's what this is. Except minus the funny part of it. It's hilarious. It's like a steampunk comedy almost. I think.
Cyberpunk.
Well, cyberpunk. Yes,
It's
that's
Cyberpunk.
right.
cyberpunk. Yeah.
Yeah. That's what it is. It's interesting. I like the concept of it. It's like first daughter, but not really. It's an interesting concept. I want to read more. I want to see what happens. I like the world building because like where she is right now is clearly LA, right? Or am I reading that wrong? For me, I keep picturing LA, like the gang capital of the world or whatever. Am I wrong?
Uh, I'm
To me, it's
I'm
like
I'm
a metropolis.
yeah, I'm kind of obsessed with cyberpunk stuff, so I have like no trouble picturing this. Like I'm just thinking of anything that I see in Cyberpunk 2077 that I play. I think I have like 140 hours in that game, even though I beat it like 80 hours ago. So like I'm picturing it like that. I don't know.
Okay. Well, yeah, I kept picturing like that. Maybe because I'm not so immersed in that stuff as well as you are. It's a different picture for me. But yeah, I
Sure.
like it so far. I want to see where it goes. Um, that guy, the bad guy, what's his name? Murdoch. Murdoch is
Yeah.
crazy. He is insane. I'm not happy that he got his arms cut off, but I did not see that coming.
Yeah, that was
So
pretty nuts.
yeah. Um, the only thing that I don't like is it has nothing to do with the story, but it's the narrator. I don't like her accents. It feels so
I
stereotypical. It bothers me
yeah,
so much.
like yep. Uh
Yeah.
I think overall she might be a miss for me as a narrator. I don't think cuz even like I think there's even part of me that doesn't even like her like comedy delivery skills.
Uh-huh. Yeah, I
But
get.
I think that the book is just funny enough to where it punches through. So like I almost get confused like maybe I think that she's better than she is.
Hmm.
But I just don't think I like the narrator. So yeah, agreed.
Yeah.
Not the
But the
author's fault,
story
but
is good though. I like Zoe too. She's so unserious. She feels very Gen Z to me. And I really like that about her. Yeah, I want to see what happens. That conversation she had with her mom, she's like, "Oh, my dad left me money. How much? A lot of it. Oh, that's good. Why don't you go spend it somewhere?" Like, what do you mean?
yeah.
That's funny. It's so
Um
unserious.
her calls home in general have made me happy, like when she called work and was just sort of like dealing with the random like mindlessness of it, but it was like sort of like ridiculous because of what she's going through. I thought that was kind of cool. I
Oh,
think
okay, so the pictures you sent, it's not it's more like Alita, right? That's what I'm getting.
yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Okay.
Yeah,
I get that.
I think that's pretty much the idea. I just
Okay.
realized I think that I think I'm ruining our recording. I'm gonna stop doing that after this because like every time I'm doing this, and I think I've made some like really like terrible pause faces for you, Manel. It's gonna be awesome if you because like I think every time I was doing a screenshot, even though it's my other screen, I think it was halting this screen, and I think the recording was like getting that. And there was one of them where I looked over and you were like,
Oh no. Maybe I
I'm
should
not.
go off camera. Whatever.
Okay. Wait, do you have any more thoughts? I think that sounds
No,
like you're
no,
about done.
that's about it.
How about you, Julia? Or do you want me to go?
Do you guys know who the narrator is?
No. Like do you
Oh.
think that maybe
Christy
we've heard her
Carlson
before?
Romano. It's Kim Possible.
Oh, I'm too
Wait,
old.
really?
She's Kim
I'm aware of
Possible.
that, but
Yeah,
I
she's Kim
never watched it.
Possible.
Hmm.
And she was in Even Stevens too. She's an actress.
Okay.
Oh.
Not that it matters, but that's who it is.
I can like I that yeah, because I'm a little like mixed on her because I feel like she's doing a very very good job of like animating parts that maybe like aren't necessarily like written, but like she's like saying it in certain ways and adding little pauses and stuff to like make it sound more natural. So I think she's doing really good at that, and that probably is like her acting skills going. But at the same time, it also always feels like a little bit like fake or like trying too hard or like I don't really know. So like even like it's like conceptually like I like what she's doing, but practically I don't. That's kind of like I don't
It's
know.
like she took the most stereotypical accent there is and she applied that. Like, for example, when she did the Indian accent
Bro, the
and when
Indian
she
accent
did
was rough. I think there might have been a couple, but when I first heard that, I was like, "Dang, what am I hearing right now?"
the Mexican accent, like, oh, no, that's rude
Yeah.
almost. And then Candy was like the cherry on top for me. I'm like, oh gosh.
Oh, is that the horny
The
okay.
prostitute
That
greeter AI
yeah.
with, yeah.
That one I kind of like just because it sounds like it's supposed to be stupid and over the top, so it feels like it fits.
Yeah,
Um
yeah.
That's my favorite character.
If I
Candy.
had read her
Ooh,
without
hot
her voice
tub.
in
I
my
think
head,
that's
I
just
would
so
have
fucking
liked
funny.
her.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
Anyways,
she's funny
I
as a character.
yeah. I really like the book so far. I think it's super interesting. I did not expect this going in whatsoever.
not at
Mhm.
I'm
all.
super surprised. Like I obviously was blind, but I'm so glad. Like I think it's funny. It's like it's so fucking funny to me. Like the writing, like the dialogue in between the characters, like the whole story. It's very much Elon Musk took over the world and rich people ran wild, and this is what it is. And I think it's just so fucking funny to me. Like the technology, Murdoch, the juice, like everything's just so fucking funny to me. I'm indifferent towards what's her name?
Zoe?
Zoe?
I mean, I'm I'm a little bit different towards Zoe because she at first when she like fired everybody and stuff, I was like, girl, what the fuck? But then also, to be fair, she's young, she didn't know what's going on, but whatever. Like, but I think it's just so interesting. I want to keep reading. I want to know what's happening. I want to know what the fuck happened to Murdoch and Andre.
I want to
Yeah,
The
know what's happening
technology,
to Zoe as she's midair currently. It's a
yeah,
crazy place
yeah.
to pause.
he is.
Like the insults are so fucking funny to me. Like the zombie hooker with her tits out, like her mom.
Mm.
Like when they went to her house and they exclamation point gold with her vibrator. Like everything's just so fucking funny to me. Like the
Yeah.
the whole premise of it as well. Because I do think that if we had the technology, like that's exactly how it would be. Like people would be watching live streams 24 fucking 7 and having gangs and all kinds of shit. So it's just like very like Darren said, it's like super fucking cyberpunk. Like that's that yeah.
But
Um
quantum computing just came out, so who knows? Maybe that's the future we're heading towards.
Honestly,
Yeah.
when I think of the future, I think of a future like that. I think of a future where we have so much fucking technology, we're just doing out of pocket ridiculous shit. And it's
Hmm.
just over the top. Like I'm not even joking. Like that's the kind of future I imagine it's gonna be in like 100 fucking years. It's just like we just have all the technology. We're just doing stupid shit with it at that point in time. Like
Yeah.
that's it. Um. So yeah, the fucking doll, like the weird doll, the guy with electricity, and how she fucking set fire to his dick. Like everything's just so funny to me. Like the way she talks, the way people say things, will, and I don't know. Everything is just really funny to me. I'm really enjoying it. I I've never like really dived into cyberpunk that much, but I'm really enjoying it. I'm glad I picked it. And this is the lowest rated of the three books. So
I know. I saw that, and that to me that sounds great because I already like it a lot. Yeah, agreed.
Yeah.
yeah. And like when she was getting dressed too, and Andre was just like, and he's like, I'm not gay, and like that whole scene too was just fucking
Oh,
hilarious to me. Armando and the katana, like everything is just so
yeah, that
ridiculous
was
and
crazy.
so
That was
fucking funny.
awesome.
Yeah. Oh, and
Yeah.
Stenchman is my
Oh
favorite.
my god,
Stench
stench
machine.
machine? Like seriously? The weird and and I like how it's taking place during Christmas time because it's Christmas. It's December over here.
Oh yeah.
That's true. Yeah, with the snow
I
machines
was
on
like,
the
oh, we're
buildings.
over
Yeah,
here
that's
Christmas,
true.
but
Yeah, that's
yeah.
cool. Pretty like wild
But
Christmas
anyways,
book,
other
but
than
yeah,
that,
that's true.
I'm really liking it. I'm curious to see what's gonna happen. I didn't personally think Andre was um the rat.
Yeah,
I think
cuz
that maybe they have to get her off of the building somehow, and they're gonna like catch her midair. I don't fucking know. I don't know what's gonna happen there,
oh, so you
but
think it was like a sham. That would make sense because I'm expecting something like that to happen because otherwise she's dead, right? Like if he's an actual traitor,
yeah,
she's for sure dead. I mean, like I can't imagine
yeah,
a saving like a way that she gets saved midair within 3 seconds where like somehow it makes sense. But if it was all part of the plan and they're about to like swoop her up in a helicopter to like but at the same time that just sounds I don't know. Uh
Unless bodyguard has secret powers too, like those weird people with electricity and whatnot, and he swoops in and like carries her or
starts
something.
starts flying or something like that.
maybe.
I was thinking about him
Yeah,
jumping after her, but then I'm thinking like that's just going to be like two splats on the pavement. I don't really know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
true.
yeah.
Yeah.
But other than that, I
Um
think it's so funny. Like, say hi to your mom, and it's just like they're driving. It's a giant picture of her fucking tits. Like, I was like, what the fuck? And
yeah.
like you guys said, the conversations with her mom are like so nonchalant. Like, oh yeah, well,
Yeah, and
you taste too
then
many.
she'll just throw in like,
Okay. And
I'll
I'm
give
like,
him 10 grand
what the
and I'll
fuck?
So
She's
funny.
like, I have to call in for work.
yeah.
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 I just think everything is like so fucking funny. I'm just
Like
like, okay, like,
reminding someone at work like it's time
yeah,
to like clean the espresso machine or something or whatever she said. It was like yeah.
Do you
yeah.
think that there's any significance of the footballs the dad brought along with him when he came to visit her? Because twice he mentioned it. So I was like, is that something? Or
I
it's just it's nothing.
I thought that slightly, but like I think to me it was because I thought that slightly like way early on, and to me it kind of like canceled out when we heard his like last will thing, and
Yeah, yeah,
he was just admitting that he was a bad dad and like unattentive and stuff, and I was like, well, that's it's
yeah.
probably just
Right.
because that would be like a classic like dad move, doesn't know the kid, knows like one instance of
Yeah.
them when they were like 3, and then you know what I'm saying, so
Yeah.
like it's probably just that, but who knows.
Hidden clues or whatever. But then again, he would have mentioned it. So, and like she's not gonna keep the footballs anyway. So
Yeah.
I've had this. Well, I guess. Are you good, Julia? Should I put my 2 cents out now?
Yes, go for it.
Okay. I like a few things to say, but I've had this like wild prediction in my head, and as things are going, it's becoming less and less true. So I don't think this is actually the thing anymore. But I thought that like as they're talking because even though it's cyberpunk, it's clear that the things that are happening are even more in the future than makes sense. And so I thought that maybe we're about to deal with another time travel thing, and maybe that's like a big
Oh,
because there's some big secret still that the dad like hasn't quite given out to Zoe yet, and I wonder if it has something to do. And that would also sort of like that sort of explain where like he knew he was gonna die that day, because he like somehow, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, like I don't know, it might not be that, but that would be interesting. It would make more sense for the next book being called Punches the Future in the Dick. But it could also just be like they could just mean the future, meaning like these crazy, crazy technology arm attachments and whatnot. Um, yeah, overall I'm like I guess I have some like practical gripes with this book, and you guys have already talked about them, but like existentially I like love it so much. I love cyberpunk stuff. It's like my favorite thing. I'm like looking at something that like I made to look as cyberpunk as possible. Like this is like my happy zone. And in my mind I never really thought about there being books that were cyberpunk, because in my mind there's only like games and movies. And now I'm gonna like
yeah.
we'll probably read more of these. I'm not gonna lie, because just being in this world makes me happy. And I the closest that I've ever gotten to this is probably like Ready Player One, but it's not quite the same. That's in the future, but Cyberpunk's like different than that. And this book is doing like a pretty good job of it. It's not like going quite as hard as like this game or Blade Runner or something like that, but it's definitely like like supposed to be Cyberpunk. It seems like for sure. Yep, don't like the narrator. Uh, really don't like the narrator's voice for Molek, like that, like I don't even know Valley Girl, like I don't even like I
Yeah,
hate like it's so bad, like it's so I
I
don't
like
even know I don't
that.
even know what the heck. Anyways, not the author's fault, but whatever. Um, yeah, but I think it's just really funny. At first I wasn't really digging the humor, but now I like it a lot. That's happened with other books. I think I need to like warm up to it a little bit sometimes, or I don't really know. One thing that I wrote down was when she was like first getting there. I think this is like when she first escaped from the train, and she's like looking at like like the posts online or like the latest news, and she was like, "Oh, there's something of me," and it's like Bryce, a devious and busty, and then she's like, "Nope, swipe away." uh, I also can picture this future happening. At the same time, I kind of like can't, because I think what's going to stop this from actually happening is that people inherently love their privacy too much, and I think that this wouldn't catch on, because the thing is like already as it is, we could be live streaming like all the time, but like people get too weirded out by this, and so like maybe it's like a generational thing where like we would all have to die and like kids would finally be okay with this. But at least right now, yeah, I'm not really sure. It's kind of like the same reason why like I don't think Ready Player One could happen. Like I think that technology will exist in 10 or 15 years, but I don't think people actually want to live in a virtual world. They just want to be more here. I don't really know, but I could see this happening because it sort of seems like where we're already trending, and like it's just like everything we have social media wise, like squared or cubed or whatever. Um, yeah. Uh, I'm just excited to read more. I don't exactly know what's going on, but it's like I feel good about it because it just seems like so random and unpredictable that it's like sort of like ridiculous, but in a good way.
Same.
Uh, yeah, good pick. Even though it was like you picking the third book, and then like I don't know, with all that happening, and then once I like saw what the first book was called and I saw the cover, I was like, what in the hell is going on? This certainly still did not deserve to be on the horror table. I have
No,
no idea why
I
you even
was
found it
thinking
there.
this.
It's like the
I
most
was thinking the
random
exact
thing.
same thing. I was like, what?
Yeah,
Like
this
this
is
entire time I've been trying to think like, why was this in that section? What the fuck is going on?
clearly, yeah. You know what's actually funny? Because I was telling one of you guys this. I think I was telling Julia this. So like my cousin Melissa, she still like greatly would like to be in this book club, and like I basically told her like the first thing you have to do is just like prove to like basically like me and also really yourself that you can even read this fast. So she's been trying to read along with us here and there, and she's always like failing. With this one, she's slightly keeping up pace, but I think it's just because I was going so slow. Because like normally with a book this size, we probably would have met like yesterday or something, or maybe even earlier. Uh, but anyways, what's really weird is like she hadn't tried to like read along with us for like maybe like a month. Like she was trying it while we were doing like the belladonna and stuff, and then like I don't know, she got busy. Anyways, she went through the audiobook library and she started reading book 3 of this because she also just really liked the cover, and so she like right around when we were starting this, she had just started that one, and she was like 3 chapters in. And I was like, oh wow, no kidding. Well, that's the wrong
Oh,
book. So if you do want to read it, you should go back a couple, and then now you should try and read it with us. But yeah, there's definitely something about the cover of the third book that I think everybody loves. The cover of
For me,
this
it was
book looks
the title
terrible.
of it too. It was just like
Yeah, yeah. The
so
the
easy,
too
and I was
drunk for
like,
this dystopia. Yeah, yeah. It's a
yeah,
good it's a good title overall. This one's not as like if the other two didn't exist and this one was by itself, and like based on the name and the cover, I don't think I would ever read it.
yeah, same.
But it's really good. It's a shame because I would have wanted to read it.
I thought we were gonna meet Melissa. I thought we had discussed about going on a hike with her or something.
Maybe
Was
she
that?
does like hiking, and maybe I've talked about that because her and I hike like once a month or like once every 6 weeks or so. Um, that's true. I didn't even think about that. Next time we do something, Like maybe instead of this, maybe like if we're meeting up like monthly or bi-monthly or something like that, instead of like a game night, we do like a hike again soon, because hiking was always great. Maybe we have to wait till it's like warms up. But anyways, the next time we hike, I'll invite her along. That would make sense.
Sounds good.
Yeah. I don't have much else to say. I just want to like see more, read more, dig in it so far.
Me too. Yeah.
Makes me happy.
Same. Same. Who do you guys
Sweet.
think the mole is?
The butler.
Honestly, before we started talking right now, I thought that we just found out who the mole is, but now you're making me second guess. I guess we'll all know within like a couple of seconds if your theory is right, but I think it might hold some water. Like maybe it isn't him. I don't know.
He was my
Who's
favorite character out of the suits too.
Oh really? Who said the car
Yeah.
is ready? Was it Andre or was it Armando? Because
I don't
remember,
know.
someone said the car
I
was
can't
ready and they
remember.
were about to go downstairs for it. Did Andre say that? And maybe I don't even know. Yeah, I don't know. I guess we just have to read. It doesn't really matter. But
It was like fucking rotten eggs. Ugh. Anyways. Okay. Well,
alrighty, y'all. Good meet.
Okay.
Happy
happy
reading.
reading.
Bye.
Sweet. Bye, y'all.